Hi, I'm Chris.
And I'm Amanda.
And we're from Family Magic Weekly. This is not our normal weekly video, but this is sort of a Family Magic Weekly after hours sort of presentation.
She slides the monitor out.
Baby monitor out of the... but still, regardless of that, we remain the chaser to the stiff drink of your vacation. Whereas your poor planning might be sort of like a terrible sweet drink or a harsh grain alcohol. And we are the smooth draft beer chaser that cleanses your palate or stop making that face. World Showcase. There's a bunch of beers and drinks, and people do this thing that's called drinking around the world. What we have here, what we're going to do in a couple of videos is showcase a couple drinks from drinking around the world. And we're going to sample them. We're going to pretend to be beer snobs. I don't want to say beer snobs, but beer connoisseurs, beer enthusiasts.
We are enthusiasts.
We're going to do, we're going to smell the drink. I never have a desire to ever smell a drink unless I'm trying to look like I know what I'm doing.
Okay.
So we're going to smell the beer. Now, then we're going to taste it, and then we're going to give our impressions.
So there are 11 countries in Epcot. 11. Keep that in mind when you decide to drink around the world. And there's also a African outpost, which would make 12. Because they serve...
I don't know.
I
always feel like I blow by it because I'm like,
there's
Animal Kingdom.
So we always start in Mexico, and
we work our way around that way.
Yeah, so we go clockwise from Mexico.
Right.
With a lot of the countries, their drink of choice, the things that they're known for in their country, are not beers. You can tell that by the taste of some of those beers. We tend to stick with beer because going from, a margarita to a beer to a wine to a...
In 6,000 degree weather.
Yeah, so we tend to stick...
Usually a recipe for not having a good time.
We tend to stick with the beers and then 9 times out of 10 skip Canada altogether. Canada is right after the United Kingdom, which has the entire pub, and they've got really good beers on tap. Yeah. And then Canada's got
well, beers that we like. I don't know if they're good beers. We're not beer connoisseurs.
So, I'm going to preface this by saying there's really good websites that if you are an enthusiast, a connoisseur, and you want to kind of plan your trip, the one I always tend to go to is beersandears.net. They have an overview of all the countries, and actually the Disney World in general. If there's a beer, they'll tell you where you can find it. And there's Hamilton. And they also will tell you that, in a specific country, maybe go to this restaurant to find a different beverage, or go to this specific cart to find a beverage. Things that I kind of wish we would have known prior to our last trip.
Yeah.
But I was pregnant and I couldn't have any of it. And for that, it's called Desserts Around the World. Mm-hmm. So
some of these beers are our favorites.
Yes.
Some, we really have, we skip. These are two that we skip. But we have them here today. Sapporo, which is found in Japan. And we have Peroni. Now, Peroni was there during one of our trips, and we didn't drink it. It's my understanding it's not there now, but...
There are places in Disney World you can find it, though.
Yeah, what do you want from me? It's not this isn't scholarly. We're gonna try Peroni. We're gonna share a glass because we're married.
Ooh.
We'll pour it into a glass so you can see what it looks like, and so can we. So
it wasn't hard to explain.
Here we go. By the way, this is I've noticed some of you are admiring our bottle opener.
Love that thing.
Probably
harm an adult with that thing.
Yeah, our first trip to Disney World, when we went to Garden Grocer, we ordered beer, and we didn't have a bottle opener. So.
Cue, gift shop, and bottle of purchase.
So, I would say it is a yellow, a golden yellow, golden. What would you say?
Yep.
Yeah.
Kind of like a watered down beer.
Watered down?
It's very light.
It's very light, which is okay if you're going to be in Disney World.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Do you do that with beer?
I am.
Oh, he is. I'm sure we'll get plenty of comments on how much of an idiot we look like for sniffing beer.
I feel like it's like a.
Whoa.
What do you mean, whoa? Like almost like a vinegary kind of a thing.
Like cheap?
Huh?
Like cheap beer?
Like you're gonna trash it?
I am gonna trash
I'm sure like there's gonna be a lot of people that will trash it.
It's the
beer
number
people,
one premium Italian beer in a country where everyone drinks wine.
Yeah. You gonna try first? Come on, that's a.
It's, I mean, I think it's equivalent to like our Bud Light.
Really? That good? Here we go.
Pinkies up. I'm not gonna lie, it tastes like something I would have gotten on the cheap in college. But it might go well with a pizza.
It's light. It's.
I'll
It
tell
tastes
you,
very. It tastes very American. I will
so
say that. So maybe that's what you mean by it tastes like Bud Light. It does taste very American. There's a.
I don't think Peroni's even made in Italy anymore.
Let's go to the. Well, I mean, a lot of these like
Are bought by
they they're bought by other companies and.
North Carolina.
Where?
Right there. For me.
I feel like it tastes like a Modelo.
Okay. Yeah, like it would be a good like summer, like a summer grilling beer maybe.
Don't grill the beer. I don't know
No,
what she's
but
talking
maybe
about.
like while you're standing by the grill.
Yeah. All right.
May I ask what was the cost of the 6-pack?
$10.
Yeah, for that no. And then shady.
Sapporo,
Yeah. named
named after the town, the city in Japan, Sapporo. This is in terms of packaging, it comes in a pretty cool can. It's a sort of I guess you would say it. What would you say that bellows out?
It looks like a Pilsner.
It does kind of look like a Pilsner glass. Yeah.
So I will say, since I was the one who came up, like started picking these things off the shelf to do the shopping. If you decided that you wanted to sit down with friends and do like a drinking around the world at home, a lot of the imported beers, like I was able to find in single cans. The only reason that we're sitting here with Peroni and Sapporo is because we drank through the other ones.
Not tonight.
No, not tonight.
No.
We've had this idea for a while.
Discover the perfectly balanced taste that's irresistible to all as you share rich moments with this masterpiece of the brewer's art. Good holy Jesus, that makes you raise your expectations to unbelievable heights. It is a masterpiece of the brewer's art.
I'd like to meet this brewer.
Yeah. So, and it's in a can. Once upon a time, like when I was in college, you would talk about beer in a can as being terrible or just below average.
What do you think?
And now, like the can is sort of in vogue. Like your micro.
Is it?
Yeah. A lot of your microbrews, a lot of your craft breweries or your local breweries, are canning their beer. We're gonna not drink it out of a can though.
But it's the sleek thing.
You're gonna finish the Peroni that you think tastes like well water.
I'm not too good for it.
Okay. Already I can see there's a nice froth at the top of this. We're going to pour it into this glass.
I'm really waiting for it to come down here.
What?
I'm waiting for it to just start pouring from the... kind of impressed with this can. The colors definitely.
Yeah. So yeah, so we have a bit of a. It's a bit. I don't know if it's showing up on the camera, but it's a bit of a richer sort
more
of golden color than the Peroni. A nicer head on it too, if you notice. It's a little frothier than what the Peroni was. We will smell it first.
I don't get the smelling of the beer.
Well, you smell wine. Why can't you smell beer? What's the difference?
I guess you can. You know how I get with the smell of beer.
Like I feel
Oh
like.
yeah, no, I don't like the smell of
It's
that
like
one.
this, really, I feel like it's not as.
Yeah, I don't
Suddenly
like the smell
someone's
of
into the smelling. Smells like it might be sweeter. All right, down the hatch.
The look on your face.
It is a little sweeter, I think.
Oh yeah?
But I feel like it's very accessible. Again, it tastes. It's another one that tastes like an American beer. It tastes like a sort of like a. How would you say that was an ale, a pale ale, an American
Miller
pale,
Lite?
like an American pale ale.
We went from Bud Light to Miller Lite. I think I'm just getting my. I tell you, if they're going for light beers, it's a smart move. If you're gonna have a dark lager when you're outside.
Well, the
in
Einstock that we spoke of, that white ale, that is also very good for the summer.
Yeah.
As well as Kronenberg in France.
Mm-hmm.
So these are all kind of these lighter beers.
Because Disney's smart.
You actually
Put a
get
heavy
to
beer in your tummy, and you're not gonna want to do it.
yeah. You get actually to America when they have the craft beer stand there. You get some heavier beers, and then
More of
once
like
you
an
get to-
IPA.
Once you get to England, you get the much the darker like a Scottish ale or like a porter. I love those. Those are the types of beers I like the most.
So I'm gonna say
I
this.
have no interest really in an IPA. I'm not a big fan of an IPA.
If you are a beer fan, one thing that, and I think I've said this a few times, and I know that's not the direction that Disney wants to go, and Epcot seems to be kind of the anomaly in that.
Yeah.
But if you are a fan of trying new beers and are visiting Orlando, you need to take time to go to Universal. Because unlike Disney, and we'll go into things, but unlike Disney, Universal has beers according to their theme that are brewed specifically for Universal. Like you can go, like they have a Simpsons area, you can go to Duff's, or you can go
to Moe's.
You can go to Moe's and have Duff beer.
They have Duff beer. They have Duff Dry.
That is brewed specifically for Universal.
Yeah, and they also have 3 Harry Potter themed beers,
which are really good.
Yeah, and Duff's
and
good too. Duff's a real nice high end Pilsner type beer.
So I think they
which
have
is also another kind that I enjoy.
I think they have like exclusive contracts with a Florida brewer that brews all these beers, and they're really good. But I don't know what Disney's kind of straight like.
Well, I mean, they haven't. So Disney has not had this sort of. Pandora will be the first of this approach that they've made. Like, so generally, if you look at Walt Disney World, you have these ideas of worlds. Like you have Tomorrowland, which isn't necessarily about a particular intellectual property. It's future themed. And you have Adventureland, or you have Frontierland, which like sort of every property that they have that fits that theme does their stuff in there. Pandora and then Star Wars will be the first time that they've actually devoted an entire land to a particular IP. You know, they, so like I fully expect, I'd be very surprised if there was not a beer or a drink themed specifically to Star Wars when they open Star Wars Land. Will it be the blue milk? I really believe there's going to be blue milk.
Yeah. Disney's always seemed to be ahead of the game when it comes to like amusement parks and the theming and all that. And I've said a million times, like when you go to certain resorts, it's so that's why I love about Animal Kingdom Lodge. Like you just feel like they just make you feel like you're in it. And Universal kind of just blew everyone out of the water with everything that they did with Harry Potter.
They did that too. They switched it around with wine.
Yeah, with wine. It's not sudsy.
Yeah,
I wouldn't do that with all that carbonation.
Yeah, it really just made it all just frothy.
Universal and what they did with the Harry Potter world is just, I think that Pandora and Star Wars, if Disney can do it half as well as Universal did it, like, it's like gonna be. I think Harry Potter was the first time in a long time that I wanted to go to Universal. So I think Disney saw that people were, taking time out of their Disney vacation to go visit Universal for that reason, and they were like, we need to get these people back. Yeah. And I said this last video, I'm really excited to see what Disney can do because, I mean, we've even seen like preview clips, and they said that like they're using technology that's never been seen before with Pandora.
Pandora, and I have a video on Pandora. Put it up there right now.
So back to these.
Well, I was going to say.
Oh, sorry. Go
Pandora. Ahead. Yeah, I have the video on Pandora. Bloop, put it up there again. And Pandora is something that we hated that movie. As long as we don't have to digest that shallow, one-dimensional story again. I'll gladly go into that world and fly on the back of one of those hawky-looking griffin things.
Well, and they've said from the beginning that
fly, or float through a forest and look at bioluminescence and speak to one of those big blue Smurfs with boobs and dreadlocks.
Oh my goodness! So Disney has been very careful in saying that the world of Pandora is themed on the world, not the movie.
The world, yeah.
Like the world of Pandora, not the movie Avatar.
I'm making my commentary video. Bloop.
It'll be very interesting to see how much that actually holds because they've had James Cameron on the ground
because he created that world. So he's he's.
But can he, as the creator, separate the world from the story?
Yeah, I think probably. Who remembers the story? I don't know. I just remember it was 2.5 hours of 2.5 hours of telling us how terrible we are as a species.
We paid extra to watch it in IMAX. So.
Well, that was the thing. You had to, not IMAX. It was 3D.
Was it?
Yeah, I think it was 3D. But anyway.
Even worse.
So So back to the beers. I guess Amanda hates them both.
Yeah, I don't hate them. They're really good light summer beers. I will say that
we're probably
younger Amanda would have been all about grabbing these on a Friday night.
Yeah.
In our just casual grabbing a 6-pack.
We're probably not filling a cooler with these in a cookout.
Because
it tastes like,
for what it is, it's twice the price of what you could get here. But so this is the first of a couple of these we're going to do because, like we said, there's 11 countries in the World Showcase, and I think it'll be interesting. Like we said with Italy and Japan, a lot of people aren't going to grabbing beers at those pavilions because they offer other things.
Social media. Twitter, Family Magic WKLY. Facebook, Family Magic Weekly. Mm-hmm. Pinterest, Family Magic Weekly. Instagram, Family Magic Weekly. I don't even know if we've ever Instagrammed anything yet.
We have. It's been a little while. I forgot the password.
www.familymagicweekly.com weekly.com. This has been fun. This is, we will be, like Amanda said, we'll be doing this again. We'll also be back this week with a new video discussing who knows what. Be sure to check out Twitter to find out. Twitter is updated pretty regularly, almost on a daily basis. So thanks for watching, and be careful.
And we'll see you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.